So it's about time that you are about to go on stage, but before you go on stage, I really recommend that you are being introduced if possible. However, most people, when they are introduced, they just leave it up to the host to introduce them. I don't want you to do that. I want you to specifically tell the host what he should say about you, so you are sure that is valuable to the audience and they get to know you a little bit. So most of the time, the host won't remember what they have to tell you or say about you. So what I always do is I simply print a piece of paper. There is no text on this one, but you will have that on yours, and just tell them to read it. A lot of times they will say, oh no, I'll try to remember it. Don't let them do that. Just let them read it. That is fine. It does not have to be a fantastic delivery. And what you want to do is that obviously you want to let them talk about you as an expert. So you can mention some of the great companies you have helped or people, but you also want to show another side to yourself. Something more personal, something more funny. So for instance, in my case, an introduction could be, the next speaker we're going to have is a fantastic speaker. He has spoken at many of the Danish universities and often make keynote speakers. His specialty is helping academia, engineers, and other scientific people with their presentations. So it's not only informational, but also engaging and interesting. Besides that, he has 3 kids where he spends a lot of time changing the diaper. He's also often looking for his lost keys, which can create a great amount of frustration. And when he's not doing any of those things, he's watching YouTube videos on how to become a better public speaker. Please give a big hand to Asger Lindholt. So that is an example of an introduction where it's both serious and you also show the audience, okay, he's not taking himself too seriously. And they get to know you a little bit. If that setting is appropriate for that, if it's a business setting, it might be okay to leave a little bit of the family and private life outside. But again, on the other hand, it might be worth considering because they are also human beings, even if they are wearing a business suit. So this is basically a way to be introduced, and make sure that you tell the host or whoever is introducing you that the last thing they say is please give a big hand to, and then your name, because that is your signal to come on stage when they start clapping. A lot of times the person introducing you will forget that, and you want to build that energy in that room. So if they do forget it, you then just can say, let's give a big round of applause to the Peter, if that's the name, who's organizing this amazing event. And then they clap. It could also be the last speaker. Please give an extra round of applause for this awesome speaker we just heard on stage. Boom, boom, boom. And you think, and the audience will think you do it to thank that person or thank that speaker, which you obviously are, but you are mainly doing it because you want to build the energy in the room, and subconsciously they will somehow be clapping off you as well, and you show some control. So if you're not being applauded when you hit the stage, do whatever you can to make sure the audience will applaud someone else, and the energy in the room will then raise. So a little tip on how to be introduced and get the great start even before you've said anything.